All right, today we are going to break down CJI2, the most anticipated grappling event since CJI1. On August 30th and 31st, we're going to find out who the best grappling team and potentially the best grappler on the planet is right now. In the main event, we have Craig Jones versus Gable Steveson in a competition to see if Olympic wrestling is able to handle the Thai twink tickler Craig Jones. Will Craig be able to handle yet a second Gabby in his second and final defense in his crown jewel promotion? Let's find out on the day that it happens. For now, we're getting right into the brackets and we're going to break down the teams. But before we get into the teams, for those attending the event at the Thomas and Mack Arena located in Las Vegas, Nevada, the doors open at 4 p.m. Pre-show begins at 5:30 p.m. and the official start time of the event is 6 p.m. Pacific time, which roughly translates to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch it live on B Team Jiu Jitsu on YouTube and Facebook. And for those down under, the event begins on Sunday, August 31st at 11 a.m. and Monday, September 1st at 11 a.m. Starting off, we have B Team New Wave, Atos, 10th Planet, Perego Submission Fighting, aka Daisy Fresh, the American Gorillas, Team Australia, and Team Europe. On B Team, we have Ethan Krellenstein, Joseph Chen, Chris Waljack, Nick Rodriguez, the former winner of CJI1, and Victor Hugo, with the head coach being unknown. Update, the B Team Mercenaries coach is going to be Nikki Ryan. On Team New Wave, we have Dorian Oliveras, Mika Galvao, I know it says trial winners, but Mika Galvao. We have Giancarlo Badani, Luke Griffith, and Dan Manasoyu is actually out. They are currently looking for a replacement, and I will give an update as soon as Craig posts it on Instagram. Craig posted the update. Wagner Hoxha will be competing at 88 kilograms, while Giancarlo will move up to 99 kilograms, and Luke Griffith will be taking Big Dan's spot at plus 99 kilograms. Also, John Donher is the coach for New Wave, if that wasn't apparent. On Team Atos, we have Diego Pato, Ronaldo Jr., Lucas Barbosa, Kainan Duarte, and Felipe Peña, with Andre Galvao being the coach. On the 10th Planet Terrestrials, we have Gio Martinez, Alan Sanchez, Kyle Bame, Ryan Atkin, and PJ Barch, with Eddie Bravo being the head coach. On Perigo Submission Fighting, aka Daisy Fresh, we have Max Hansen, Jacob Couch, Dante Leon, Brandon Reed, and Michael Pixley, with the head coach being Heath Perigo. Representing America's Gorillas, we have Gavin Corbet, DeAndre Corbet, Pat Downey, Elijah Dorsey, and Taylor Pierman, with the head coach being Greg Souders. Taking a trip down under, we have Fabricio Andre, Kenta Iwamoto, Lucas Canard, Declan Moody, Bilal Itabari, and Lachlan Giles as the head coach. And last but not least, the hardest names to pronounce in all of CJI, Owen Jones, Powell Jarowski, and last but not least, representing the country with less rights than a Somalian slave, Team Europe, with the also hardest names I've ever had to pronounce in my life, Owen Jones, Powell Jarowski, Paul Ardella, Charles Negromonte, Marcin, whatever your last name is, and Faris Benlam Kadem is the head coach. By the way, not a sponsor, but Dwayne, notice me. Breaking down the event, we actually have no idea what's going to happen. All we know is that a representative from each team will be competing in the pit while the rest are in the back waiting to make a grand surprise entrance, WWE style. In terms of favorites for the event, we have B Team Jiu Jitsu coming in at number 1 as they hold Nick Rodriguez, the former winner of CJI1, along with the man who slayed him in his previous competition, Victor Hugo, right before the Kainan Duarte fight. Coming in number 2, we have Team New Wave. Dan Manasoyu is out as he has contracted Lyme disease. We wish him the best and a speedy recovery. Go to ways to well, maybe they'll cure it. But they make up for the loss in firepower with the wild card pick of Mika Galvao, the second coming of Marcelo Garcia, who is projected to sweep an entire team all by himself. At number 3, we have Atos Jiu Jitsu, a strength-based team with some heavy hitters in Kainan Duarte, Lucas Barbosa, and Felipe Pena. But I think the craftiness of Diego Patao and Ronaldo Jr. can get the best, especially of the teams coming up. At number 4, we have the dark horse of the event, Team Australia. Kenta Iwamoto had a match against Mika Galvao. That it wasn't close, but there was competition involved. And I know he's a guy that if he gets the chance, he's going to want that one back. We have Bilal, a guy who is surprisingly still unknown, but believe me when I say he can possibly take out two teams all by himself. Coached by Lachlan Giles, the former coach of Craig Jones, the man who gave him his black belt. These guys have the potential to upset 1, 2, and 3 if they have a proper game plan and good switch outs. At number 5, we have some exciting submission hunters in Date Leon, Jacob Couch, and Mac Hansen. Michael Pixley, I know he wants to get back at a lot of people who have beaten him in the past, so he's coming with fire in his ass. Coming in at 6, we have the 10th Planet Terrestrials headed by Eddie Bravo with longtime veteran Gio Martinez, a man who pushes the pace in PJ Barch, and a man who's coming to Gogo Plata everybody, Kyle Bame. Coming in at number 7, we have Team Europe with Maine representative Owen Jones as a longtime name in the Jiu Jitsu game, and some rather unknown people representing the rest of the team, but people who may surprise you. And last but not least, in 8th with the heavy wrestling base headed by Greg Souders, main representative Pat Downey, and the Corbet brothers looking to wrestle fuck the entire division, lay on top of them, and either win by decision and attempting maybe some submissions. But before we get into the main event, we have a 4-woman bracket for $100,000 all to themselves with Helena Kravar, Sarah Galval, Anna Carolina Vieira, and Adela Forinario. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce your names correctly. I am doing my best, but at least it's easier than pronouncing any of Team Europe's name. These women are going to go out there and potentially even steal the show, with Helena being the favorite to win it all. In the main event, we have Craig Jones versus Gable Steveson in Craig's second and final defense, as this will be his retirement match. He is looking to go out on a high note, showing that jiu-jitsu is superior to the most feminine and gayest of all grappling arts, wrestling. With the height coming in at 5'11 and 3/4 on Jones's end and 6'4 on Stevens' end, allotting a 100-pound weight difference and an age gap of 10 years instead of whatever that is. World titles doesn't matter. What matters here is, can Gable Steveson prove that learning leg locks from Gordon Ryan is enough to get out of the way of Craig Jones's most illustrious attacks? Can he go out there and upset the second best grappler on the planet? Who knows? I guess we're just going to have to watch. And that's going to wrap it up for this technical, not very technical breakdown summarization of this event. I am looking forward to the main event. I'm looking forward to seeing Mika Galval's performance. He always puts on a show. I'm looking forward to PJ Barch and what he might do. I'm looking forward to see if Nicky Rod can once again prove that he is the $1 million grappler. I'm looking forward to seeing if Gable Steveson can really pull it off. Can he do enough in shutting down the leg lock game of Craig Jones? Can he prepare himself for that octopus guard, that reach around to his ass that Craig is definitely going to pull? Triple T, baby! I will see everybody at the event. I will be doing a live fight companion with it. So if anybody wants to join, come and join August 30th and August 31st. Goodbye, everybody.